class example. Everybody got it? Else executed? Okay. So let us move to the further. Under that, files, take care. So as a part of the index, we already did the first part, second part, and then third, and then fourth and fifth, you see. And this part is completed. And we did the most important example also done. And keep that. Here we did student information system project also explained. Now you go for today, working with CSV files. So, which is a very, very important again. So most important again here. Let us move to the CSV file importance. What is the drawback of files which you observed so far? Drawback of files which you observed so far. Come on. Drawback of files. Quickly. Right. Accessing the data of the file in the middle of it, if I want to access it, you need to know about what? Its index. So locating the index is complicated. If I have 1,000 records, to locate 798 record, if I want to locate, it's very complicated because you need to find its index. Finding that index is very complicated. So how can we come out of that part? How can we take out of that part? That is what we are going to look into. Students, that is one thing. And one more thing is, that is one thing I will show you how to access it with a CSV file mechanism. One more thing is, you go to last class example, or you take simple example of pickling and unpickling. You take the example of student pickling and unpickling example, you take it. So there is an example called student unpick example 1.py. This is an example you see. You try to do this data, try to see this data. We are getting it. This is unpick. Where is that program now? So this is, okay, same example you take it. Student main program you take it. This example only you try to see. View all the records. Second, I am going to say, you are going to get like this. We are getting, this is the data we are having it. This data, if you look at carefully, what is this first one called? What is the first one is called here? Come on, what is this one is called? Student numbers, right? This is known as what here? Student names. And this part is called what? Student marks. So the thing is, the data which is present in this file does not contain any column names. There is no column names available in the files. That is also one of the drawback of files. These files by default, I already said to you, flat files we can call. I already said in the class, these are called what? Flat files we can call. These flat files are going to give you the only records, not giving you what? Column names. So once column names are not there, which is a complicated for you people to get the data. Of course, I can get the data by using what? With a through coding, I need to write it. If I go to my database, for example, go to something like, SQL, you take it, something like SQL database. That is our next discussion we are entering into that. This is called username system. I'm entering into Oracle related information. All of you must install Oracle software in your PC. Now password I'm having here manager. So this is SQL connected. Username password is entered, then only entering into this. Select star from select star from employee, I am saying here. So we are getting this type of data. Just to look at that. What these are all called? Come on, once again you try to answer it. What these are all called here? So say something like this. These are all called what here? So employee number. What these are all called here? Employee name. What these are all called? Employee salary. What these are all called? Company name. These are called. These are all called something like number, name, and then column names are there. If you want to select these names, simply I will say select a name from employee. Select a name from employee. I'm going to say all the employee names are coming. No need to use any sort of indexes. Nothing is required. So here I'm going to write it name comma salary. I'm going to write it from employee. I'm getting name and salary here. Name and salary here. Next I'm going to get it. Company name. I'm going to get it. Company name. I'm going to get it. Company name also I'm going to get it. So whatever the column you want, I can select it. But this is not the case. Directly, I cannot select it. I have to write a lot of code for this. Lot of code I have to write it. That is really complicated. So to avoid this kind of problems, what is that problem? Number one is what? Locating the data of the file through index. Locating the data of the file through columns. Both of them are not there in which case? Both of them are not there in which case? Flat files. That's why a new variety of file is coming, which the CSV file is coming. That CSV file we are using, that type of CSV file will provide the concept of accessing the data very easily without having any such difficulties which I stated. So the CSV file stands for, the CSV file stands for comma separated values. Comma separated values. CSV file stands for comma separated value. And CSV file is going to be, the CSV file is one of the CSV file is one of the CSV file is one of the text file. Basically it is one of the text file, and it must be saved on, it must be saved on some file name, some file name with an extension, with an extension .csv. .csv. CSV file is one of the text file, and it must be saved on some file name with an extension .csv. So internally, all CSV files are treated as, CSV files are treated as Microsoft, Microsoft Excel, Microsoft Excel, comma, separated values. Separated, comma, separated value, comma, separated value. That is nothing but all CSV files are treated as a Microsoft Excel, comma, separated values. I hope you are following me. Microsoft, comma, separated values. Let me create a separated values. To create a CSV file, I am going to write it. To create CSV file, what are the things to take care? To create the CSV file, step number one, go to any go to any text editor, go to any text editor, and choose and choose and choose text file, choose any text file, and enter the data, enter the data, enter the data in two formats. Enter the data first with column names, column names separated by comma, separated by comma. Next, C, enter the data first with what names? Column name separated by comma. Next, this is the first step. First, enter the data. This I will write it. First, enter the data with the column names. Second, enter the data, enter the data with the records separated by separated by comma separated by comma again. Enter second, enter the second, first, enter the data with a column name separated by comma. Enter the data with records separated by comma. I mean record values separated by comma. Next, save that file, save the file name, save the file, save AB, save the file name, save the file name, save on some file name, save on some file name with an extension, with an extension .csv, .csv. That's all. Now this is the one. Let us do this now. Go to text editor, notepad, you take it, edit plus, you take it. Go to any text editor, choose text file, new, in a normal text. Enter what? Column names. See that first enter the data with column name separated by comma. Very spoon feeding level I am giving you. So I'm going to take it EMPNO, EMPNO. Next is called a name. Next is called a salary. Next is called a DSG, designation. These are all called what? Column names. These are called column names or column names. These are all called what? Header names. These are all called header names. These are all called attribute names. Either column names or header names or what? Attribute names. Attribute names. So I will go for what? Giving the data. So this is first we will go for what? Column names required. To create a CSV file, two things are required. Column names part and records area part. CSV file contains two parts, column name area plus record area. So column names you entered, next record data I need to go for it. So I'm entering 1000. So here I'm going to write it. Row sum. Next is called salary called 5.6. 5.6 comma designation is called author. Author. See that record value is also separated by comma. Next I'm going to write it 2000. Now is I'm writing and 3.4.5 is called a scientist. For example, scientist. Next to 3000. Now I'm writing here Dennis. Dennis is called 3.4 is called something like a manager. Something like 4000 I'm entering something like Richie. I'm writing here something like 6.7 is called what? HR. HR manager I'm writing. Next to 5000 I'm writing something like, KVR. And I'm writing here 0.0. Next I'm writing trainer. Next I'm writing 6000. 6000. Next is called what, something like a John Hunter. John Hunter. Next I'm writing here 5.3 is nothing but what? A designer. Designer. 7000 I'm entering something like, something like Colin. Colin H. He is called 1.2. He is called what? Trainee. So trainee. Something like this and entered. These are all called what? Records. These are all called second onwards. These are called records. And this is called what? Column names. This is called the parts which I said. Go to any text editor, choose the text file. First, we enter the data with a column name separated by comma. Second, enter the data with record value separated by comma. Save on some file name with an extension called .csv. .csv. That part, internally, this is treated as a Microsoft Excel comma separated value. Now I'm saving it. Go to this place. So I'm going to take up separate path here, CSV file. I'm going to take up a folder name, CSV. In this, I'm going to write notes. In the notes part, I'm going to save it. What is this now, students? Carefully follow now. Here I'm going to write it. Here, file name I need to give it. Be careful, students. This file name I need to give. What is the original file to be saved on? .txt. It is your choice. Sir, you want to save it. Here, employee.csv. like this within the double quotes you can give it. If your type is so specific, if your type is so specific, it is showing. You save it on what? Within the double quotes, save it within the double quotes. You save it so that your OS will take this extension only, final extension. Suppose if you don't write this double quotes, what will happen? It will take it as employee.csv.txt. It will take .txt. It will take. Sir, I don't want. This is one way. Another way is what? Go to where all files you take it. All files you take it. Choose all files. Then you give directly employee.csv. Are you following me? Any one way you can take it. Either you can go for like this, or you can go for .txt is there. Save within the double quotes. Are you following me? So now all files say here save. This is saved on what? Extension called what? .csv in this folder. Right? Now I'm going to show you. I said what in the classroom, every CSV file is treated as what? Microsoft Excel, comma, separated value. Go to the place. Here I'm going to write it. Here I'm going to write it. Go to this location now. Here I'm going to take up C colon or E colon. I'm going to take it. 9am files. I'm taking files here. I'm taking, of course, CSV file. In the notes, and see this now. The appearance of the file, you observe it. Employee. What is this now? Microsoft. Microsoft Excel, comma, separated values. Microsoft Office, comma, X separated values. You double click on that. You double click on that. It is called simply called what file? Excel file it is. Excel file. This is a very important in our industry, students. So this Excel file data, I want to read now. I want to read this data. How to read this data now? So to deal with the CSV file. CSV file I created manually like this. I want to create the CSV file through Python program I want to create. Through Python program I want to create. How to create Python file? How to write a Python program to create a CSV file. So I'm going to tell you how to deal with the CSV files in Python. In Python programming, to work with, or to deal with, to work with or to deal with, CSV files, we have a predefined module called what you know? CSV. So once it is a module, what will present? Variables will present, classes will present, functions will present. Module is a collection of these three. So the CSV file contains, the CSV module contains the following. CSV module contains the following classes. For performing various operations, on which files? CSV files. What are those things now? Number one, CSV module contains CSV.reader class. CSV.reader class. What is the use of that we will do? CSV.dictReader class. We will do. What is the use of that? CSV.dictReader. Third one I am going to write it. CSV.writer. Next I am going to talk about one more thing. CSV dot what you know? Dictwriter. These are the functions we have, which are going to be actually this is a class. This is going to be obtained by the object called CSV dot reader function. This is going to be obtained by using CSV dot dictwriter. Like a filter function returns an object of filter class. Like here also I'm going to get it. CSV dot writer of. So dictwriter is going to be obtained by using CSV dot what is this now? Dictwriter of. These are going to give you the appropriate, which are very, very important. So these things, now I want to tell you how to deal with a CSV.reader, CSV.reader, and how they deal with a CSV.dictWriter. I'm going to talk about it. So the first one, if you take it, the first one will take it. We are going to discuss the example. We are going to discuss the example. Syntax is what you know. What are the syntax I'm having here? CSV dot reader of file pointer. File pointer returns what? Variable name. Variable name. This variable name is of which type? Here, variable name. Variable name is of type. Is of type CSV underscore class. First of all, class, comma, underscore CSV dot reader class. In this reader class, we have some functions are present. Similarly, we are supposed to have dictWriter also, dictWriter also will be there. First, let me show the programming, then you can understand. If I discuss like that, it will become ununderstandable for you. After showing the program, I will go for it. Are you able to follow now? So, first of all, how many functions are there? To work with CSV file, reading and writing operations, I am going to do it. We are going to do, actually, our basic intention is to work with CSV file in pandas, in NumPy, in NumPy. Actually, this is, I'm trying to introduce in the index, not for Python purpose, I'm introducing. For data science purpose, when you go to Django level, when you go to the pandas level, that time you will come across the CSV file. For that purpose, I'm introducing. Otherwise, I would have been removing this entire discussion. Only up to here, fully satisfied, and this I need not to discuss. You take any other classes of same institute, this will not be present. Only in my class, I'm taking up some new content I'm adding to my Python files. So let us go to the program now. Write down, open the notes, write a Python program, write a Python program, write a Python program, write a Python program, which will read the data from, which will read the data from, which will read the data from, which will read the data from any CSV file, which will read the data from any CSV file, which will read the data from any CSV file, which will read the data from any CSV file. So there I'm trying to take up, there I'm trying to take up example now. Let us move to the further. So I'm going to take up this entire data. Take care, students. So I'm going to take up in this place only. Go to first example, CSV, first non-CSV, non-CSV read example1.py, non-CSV read example.py, non-CSV read example.py. So program for, I'm writing here, program for reading the data from which file? CSV file. Reading the data from where? CSV file. Without using CSV, without using CSV module. So how to deal with this now? I'm going to write it. How do you read the data from the files? మీకు నేను చెప్పి వేస్ట్ అసలు నా పర్ఫార్మెన్స్ కు మీ అండర్స్టాండింగ్ కు వేస్ట్ ఎక్కడ మ్యాచ్ కాదు అసలు వేస్ట్ టైం వేస్ట్ హౌ టు రీడ్ ద డేటా ఫ్రమ్ ద ఫైల్ మొద్దుబాబులో డోంట్ నో ఎనీథింగ్ సో రీడ్ హౌ డు రీడ్ ద డేటా ఓపెన్ ద ఫైల్ ఇన్ రీడ్ మోడ్ అండ్ యూస్ fp.read print the content of the file ఆల్రెడీ ఎక్స్ప్లెయిన్ మీరు ఏం చేస్తారో నాకు అర్థం అవ్వదు ఇప్పుడు కూడా ఓపెన్ ఆఫ్ go to this place here I will go to it I will take that file, location of that, Go to this 9 a.m. CSV file. Go to this place. Here I will get this things. So here I'm going to get it. Pass this path. Pass this path. Here I'm going to get it. I'm writing employee dot CSV, comma what, or as what, FP, as FP. You don't know how to read the data from the file. How to read the data from the file? Number one, choose the file name. Number two, open the file name in read mode. Number three, perform the cycle of read operations. చదువుకుంటే కదా ఎప్పుడన్నా. So filed CSV file data is equal to FP dot read off. FP dot read off. Now I'm going to print that data. CSV file data. CSV file data. This CSV file data I'm printing. This is called what? Non-CSV reading without using CSV module. When I print this data, whatever the way you have entered, whatever the way you have entered, in the same way, the data will be printed. In the same way, data will be printed. Try to run this code. Now I got it. Same data as it is, I got it. This is something like what? It is called something like a raw format. It is something like a raw format. It is something like a raw format. As it is, this data will be displayed. As this data will be displayed. It is known as what? A raw format. A raw format it is called. So we don't want this raw format. So one is by using, without using CSV module, we got this data. And if you look at any kind of person is looking, as these commas are coming, this is little inconvenient to the end user to understand. So we want to read this data without having any raw format. That's why we are supposed to go to the different type of operations we are doing. One is for reading the data from CSV file. One more is to write the data from to the CSV file. One is to read the data in the form of what? Dict format I want to read, and a dict format I want to write it. So coming to the next, the program which I dictated for you, where I'm going to write it, CSV read now. So I'm going to take up, here I'm writing CSV read example 1.py. CSV read example 1.py. There I'm trying to get it. So how do I get this data now? I carry this heading as this. I'll carry this data as this here. So I will go for it. Here I am writing CSV read example 1.py. So there I am going to read it. How do you read it? With open, any file you want to read it, same to same you need to write it. This part I am going to take up. Got it. So here I posted it as what you know, FP. This is called what you know, R, and FP we are saying this. With open, E colon, this entire thing, dot CSV, or I said, FP I said. Now I need to go for, earlier what I said, directly I opened it, FP dot read. Today I don't want to go for FP dot read because we are getting the raw format. So convert that format, file format I want to, this FP is of which type? This FP is of which type? Text IO wrapper. Today I don't want to use text IO wrapper class object to read the data from the CSV file. To read the data from the CSV file, I will go for what? Using CSV kind of module I want to use it. For that, I am using CSV dot function name called reader of FP. So import to CSV. Why I am importing CSV? I want to read the data from special file. So this I am going to write it. CSVR. This CSVR is an object of what? CSVR. Type of CSVR. CSVR, which I already said in the class. Reader function returns an object of reader class object. That to CSV dot. Try to run this and see that underscore CSV dot reader, which is one of the class. Which is one of the class. I got it. Here I will write it. Here CSVR is an object of class underscore CSV dot reader of. So This reader class, I want to read. I want to read the data. If you print a CSV or data will not print, it will print a memory address. At this address, my data is available. I want to read the data. To read the data, I will use one for loop. Record in CSV or so record is containing what here? Earlier it was containing some column names. First column names also will be treated as one record only. Print of what I am saying? Record. Record I am printing. And whose type also I want to print it? Record. So that will be taken as first entry is coming from here. First entry is coming from this place. That will be taken as what? List type only. That will be taken as list type only. Like that second value. Original record will come list type. All the values will come in the form of list. Look at that. All of them are coming in the form of list. Everything is in the form of list only. This indicates values are coming in the form of list. To print in a systematic manner, I will say here record, here record, here record, record is an object of what is this now? Class, class called what? List. Class called list. For value in where? Record. For value in record. That value, first value is going to be record is containing this entire thing. This entire thing. I want to get the value. Value means what? ENO with some space, name, some space, and designation. Like that, I want to print. Print of what? Some backslash T. I'll write it. Dot format of what? A value, comma, end is equal to some space. I am writing it. This is for first record. To bring the cursor down, I will use another one. Another one. So that it will print perfectly like this. This indicates the value called what? Employee numbers, employee names, these are all called what here? Column names. What these are all called? Employee numbers. What these are all called? Employee names. What these are all called? Salaries. What these are all called? Designations. So this is the perfect file what we are getting it. This is the perfect file what you are getting it, if you understand me. So students, if you follow me carefully, this is the data we got it. And this is the values also we got it. And before that, this is called how to read the data from the CSV file with the help of which function? CSV.reader. Very, very important. Sir, I read in the form of which one? Tabular format I read. Tabular format I read. This is a tabular format. Sir, I don't want a tabular format. I want a dictionary format. Dictionary format I want to read. Dictionary format. How to read with a dictionary format? Like this. EMPNO is equal to EMPNO is 1000. Next is called name. Name is called Rosam. Next is called Rosam. What is the salary here? 5.6. Next is called DSG. DSG is called an author. DSG is called an author. This is called one record. One record and whose corresponding values. Second record also after this EMPNO is what? 2000. Next is called name is called what? Travis. Next salary is called what? 4.5. Next designation is called what here? Scientist. Like this I want to display. In the form of dictionary I want to display. How to deal with that? One more I am going to show you. Carefully try to follow. Second example to read the data. In the form of what? CSV. Dict read kind of concept. Dict read example 1.py. So see this. Same to same. Getting into this area. CSV. Dict read example 1.py. CSV. Here I got it. This part I am removing it. How do I deal with now? So if you are understanding, what is the next function we are having here to read the data? CSV dict reader. How you get this dict reader? This is not writer students. This is called reader. So how do you go for this now? CSV dot dict reader of. Go to this place. Here I am going to enter into this. How do you go for it? CSV dr is equal to dict reader is equal to CSV dot dicta reader of FP. FP is pointing to the file. That file I am going to converting into the DSV. CSV DR. What is the CSV DR? I want to print it. CSV DR type I want to print. Type I want to print. Because these are all high-end programming. It is present only in my class. If you don't practice and if you simply come, you cannot understand anything. అది ఓపెన్ సీక్రెట్. అది మీకు అర్థమవుతే ఓకే, జీవితంలో బాగుపడతారు. అదర్వైజ్ ఇట్స్ యువర్ ఛాన్స్. Here CSVDR is an object of like this. So here I want to print this. If you print this data, it is going to give you memory address. It is going to contain here all the values are available in the form of dictionary. Now you print it. For I will go for printing something like a K or something like a X. In CSVDR, it is going to print everything in the form of dictionary only. X comma type of X. X comma type of X. Here X is an object of X is an object of class dict. Class dict this is. Try to run this now. Here we got it. Everything is in the form of what? Dictionary it is going to come. Everything is in the form of dictionary it is going to come. So come to the point back. Here I want to print it. How do you print this data? Here it is printing this X is coming. There I will print it for K comma V. K comma V in where? Here I will write it. Dict obj or dict record. Here in dict record. Dict record. Here also I will mention it. Dict REC. Dict REC. Print of what? K comma value. So I'll write it like this. I can say this data like this dot format of K comma V. K comma V. So here I will bring it to the next line. Try to run this. See this data. Too many values. So here this is a value dot items. ఇక అది కూడా గుర్తులేదు అసలు. So see the data now. Here we are having first record, second record, third record, fourth record, fifth record, sixth record. Am I Madhubavul? Are you okay? So here I will say dot of 50. Dot of 50. You observe it. First record, second record, third record like this. How do you get the first record, second record? I want to get first record, second record like that. How do you do? నాకు ఈ విధంగా కావాలి. మీకు తెలుగు వచ్చో ఇంగ్లీష్ వచ్చో నాకు తెలియదు అది. I want to get this data like this. What I want to get it like this. I want to get it. This is my data. I want to get it. First record. First record I want to get it. First record. Second record. Second record I want to get it. Third record. Third record. So third record I want to get it. Like this. First record, second record, third record, like that I want to get. All the record numbers I want to get it. How do I get it? ఏమన్నా ఉందా మన దగ్గర? Anything you are going for? Shubhakant Naik. Indexing is saying. You write imposition. Shubhakant Naik. Write imposition. Say 2.py. Write imposition 100%. Go to the place. చూసుకోండి మధుబాబులు. So go to the 9 AM under the data types. Already said in the class, data types. Dictionary never maintains indexing. Do you remember that? Dictionary on the object of dictionary never contains indices so that we cannot perform indexing and slicing. Shubhakant Naik, are you okay? Respond. When you say something wrong, when I corrected you, you need to respond for that. Are you following me? Then how do you do? How do you do then? So now I want to tell you. దేనికైనా కొద్దిగా టాలెంట్ ఉండాలి. టాలెంట్ will come only through faculty notes. If you don't read the notes, you are out of order. There is no doubt in that. So now I am going to take up This is the one we are getting it, CSVDR. What we are getting here, this is the value we are getting. So this is called first one. First record is going to come, values are coming. Second record, third record, like that we are getting it. Now, how do you get it? This is my discussion now. Anybody else? Anybody else? మరి ఎందుక మీరంతా ఎందుకు అసలు? Why you are all of you? Why you are all of you? CSV DR. Why you are all of you? Hmm? Rohit Kumar. Sir, which trainer will teach Python to you, sir? Is it? See, my dear student Rohit Kumar. Rohit Kumar asked these things. Of course, I don't want to boast about myself. I did not went to anywhere else to study by sitting under somebody except my college. Even I did not go to tuition also. Like LKG level, UKG level, some tuitions generally students will go. Other than my college, other than my school, I did not go and went to some other second school, third school. I did not went, including Java, including Python, including Java, including Python, including NumPy, Pandas, so many, all the things which are there, I learned by myself. I learned by myself, including C. C only, our faculty taught only 25% in my college, university. The rest of them, myself only build, including data structures also. How much hard working I used to do, you cannot believe. When I was in my BE, when I sit on data structures, stacks, without taking afternoon food also, morning to evening, only on stack I studied and I written the code. I understood that. And after getting perfection morning to evening without taking food and working on this, after understanding, there is a permanent knowledge. Basically, because I don't want to boast by myself, I used to study well from my childhood days onwards. Hmm? So what is that? So need to study well first. That fire must be there in you. Okay. So Rohit Kumar. So for you also, I'm saying to you, and with me, you are coming to my class. You should be intelligent. That is my botheration. So generally, self-study. Will you sit for 6 hours, 7 hours on the same topic? You cannot. Why? Body will not cooperate. So coming to the point back. So try to see this now. It is going to give you has no length here. Has no length. So self-learning skills you need to adopt. Self-learning skills you need to adopt. So how you get the self-learning skills, I don't know. You need to adopt that first of all. Tell me, how do you do then? How do you do this? First record, second record, third record, I want to take up. How do you do this? You don't know. Simple thing. REC is equal to REC NO is equal to 1. REC NO is equal to 1. There I am going to take it. There I am going to take it. For loop as usual, I am writing it. K comma V. K comma V in where? K comma V. I am going to write it. CSV. CSV. First of all, I will take it. Something like a record dict in where CSV or CSV or CSV dr CSV dr dot items where I will write it, print off, right, backslash t, record one dot format of what you know, rec no no, where I will print it, print off, backslash t, and like this, I'm taking dot format of. First of all, I will write it. This point you write it. This point you write it. Close it. Dot format of. Here I'm writing K comma k comma, first of all, csvr dot csvr. You will write it. Here I will write it for k comma v in rec dict dot items. There I will take up this data. Here I am writing format of k comma v, k comma v. There I am going to write it. Print off this data I am writing it. So this I am writing it. So coming to this place, now I'm going to get it. Just observe it. What is happening here? This you try to write it instead of writing inside of it. You try to write it in this place. It is printing every time. It is printing every time. You try to write it here and try to say RECNO is equal to RECNO plus 1. RECNO plus 1. Try to run this code. Now we are getting record number 1 data, record number 2 data, record number 3, record number 4, record number 7. Like this you got it. Because self-learning skills are going to be a permanent skills. Understand? That skill you need to remember and you need to be perfect. Are you able to follow? So this is going to be called what here? CSV file data. And we got this type of thing. Now we are going to enter into, this is how you read the data by using, by using what? Yes. So if you know little bit Excel concept, if you know little bit Excel concept, you can apply. Keys concept also you can apply. Keys. I don't know whether you know Excel or not. And nobody will go for, in this case, Excel kind of thing with keys and all. Generally, we go for database level. In Oracle, in SQL level, there we have primary key, unique key, foreign key, not null key, check constraints we will apply. Right? Not at this level, we can go for this. And no use of that, and nobody will prefer to go for that type of keys. And primary key, when do you go for primary key? First of all, it is an irregular doubt and irregular concept. When do you go for primary key? When we don't want to go for duplicates. That will be happening only in the case of what? Database level, not in the case of this stage. Okay. So, are you able to follow now? Now, coming to the Naresh and then Siddhartha. So, can also we go for enumerator? So, enumerate, when do you go for it? మళ్ళీ మీకు డౌట్ మనకు తెలిసిన సబ్జెక్ట్ కాదు అకార్డింగ్ టు ద రిక్వైర్మెంట్ యూ నీడ్ టు అప్లై మనకు తెలిసిన దాంట్లో వెళ్ళకూడదు ఎప్పుడు కూడా సపోజ్ యూ సీ కే వన్ మోర్ వే ఐఎమ్ షోయింగ్ డిక్ట్ ఓన్లీ యూ రైట్ ఇట్ లైక్ దిస్ యూ సే ఇట్ ఈస్ ఓన్లీ ప్రింటింగ్ వాట్ వాల్యూ ఓన్లీ కీ విల్ బి ప్రింటింగ్ ఓన్లీ కీ it is printing only key. Try to run this. So we are getting only keys, numbers like this. We are not getting that value. How do we get the value now? Dot? No? తెలియదు మీకు తెలియదు అదే అలా రోజు క్లాస్కి వస్తారు ఎందుకని మీరు అసలు సో there are two ways are there. One is called what? Record dict dot get of k. So I'm going to get this data. Where I said this, go to that 9am and the mirror data types, dict data type. Under that, we are going to get it. Where there is one more function called predefined functions in that get function. One more way also I will show you. After that I will show. This is an output. One more way is also there. What is the another way? This is going to give you like this. K off. Like this also you can do. Like this also you can do. Run this code. Again you got the data. మీరు ఎప్పుడైనా చదువుకుంటేనే యూజ్ అవుతుంది లేకుంటే వేస్ట్ సో గో టు దిస్ ప్లేస్ గో టు ద కాన్సెప్ట్ ఆఫ్ వాట్ గెట్ మోస్ట్ ఇంపార్టెంట్ యూ కెన్ గో ఫర్ dictobj dot get of k or dictobj of just k like this you are having. Are you following me? Dictobj of key. This is also going to be called as what? Getting the value of value. Are you following me? So finally, we are going to get it. The conclusion. Once you know subject well, you can do anything. Once we don't know anything, we cannot do anything. See how many ways I just mentioned it. So go back to this place for your clarity, for your easiness. See, students, we'll teach you good, especially in my classes. And if you don't practice it and if we don't read and come, what we can do? So this is the one. And basically, I will get very much irritated if you don't answer my question, which is already I taught to you in the class. Anybody, if after I taught, if you don't answer it, you will be getting a problem. Are you following me? Right. So coming to the point of it. So here I am going to Siddhartha, you are going wrong, ma. So enumerate function, you try to take care. So Sai, Mr. Sai, you are saying redict of 0. I already said indexing is not permitted. I said again, see all the people. What is that? Dict of 0 you are writing. What is the use of that? Indexing is not permitted. I said again, you are going in the same manner. So coming to the point of it, this is the way you need to go for it. Enumerate function, if we go for it, what will come? Enumeration. Enumeration, if we go for it, index comma, that key will come. What will not come? Value will not come. Value will not come. Because they చెప్పాలంటే నాకు కష్టం అవుతుంది. Because I already taught to you. I already taught to you. So here, coming to the point of it, here I'm going to take up. Try to follow my notes. That's all. So I don't want to go for further discussion. Are you okay now? So go to the place here. Further, I'm going to enter into another concept. CSV dot what? Writer. How to write the data? I want to go for it. How to write the data to this? This is the one you did. This is by using CSV file concept. You can do by using pandas also. But other one by using pandas. CSV with the pandas, which I'm going to enter into the further. CSV.pandas.py. I will go for it. Enter into this further. I will go for import pandas. Import pandas as PD. Pandas is a third party bundle which is not available in Python directly. I want to do, and you don't worry, I will explain when I come to the pandas level. I'm going to use it. Pandas level, I'm installing it. Go to this place. Explicitly, I'm installing it. That you don't worry. Once again, I will explain in the classes. So I'm taking some external installation of third party modules. Pandas here. There I'm having pandas here. Just I'm installing that module explicitly from GitHub. I'm talking about it. So there I'm going to write it. So it is, you will get successfully installed, you will get it. Successfully installed, you will get it. Close this now, say OK to this place. And here, I will just write only 2 lines of code. I will just write only 2 lines of code. So here I'm going to write it. So here I'm going to write 2 lines of code. So df is equal to some variable name is equal to pd dot read underscore csv, read underscore csv. What will happen? I need to pass the path of it. But the complete path of that, I will take it. Simply you see how short it is, how it is going to be done here. So go to this place. Here I am going to say go to this place. Here I am going to take up. Pause this entire thing. Here I am going to take up. Here I am going to say print of df here. Try to print this data. Now you are going to get it. This data here. And try to observe it. Number, name, salary, designation. All these things I am getting it. Plus all these things you see perfectly with a ample of data. I want to print only employee number. How do you print employee number only? df of, I will write it here in empno. Empno. Only empnos if you want, I can get it. So it is going to be giving only employee numbers. In further, if I want employee number and employee name, comma what? Name. I can write it name. Put it in inner list format. Put it in inner list format. Here I am writing inner list format. Try to write, try to write this data. So you are getting, so here I am writing name N capital. So try to run this. You are getting name. Name is capital N. So I'm getting this data. In if I go to further, I will explain in pandas about much discussion in the class. I am giving as a part of Python for data science, Python for pandas. When I go to data frame, see the notes of it, see that exclusively I am giving around 15 days time about this pandas. With EDA projects, I will explain three varieties of projects I will explain that you don't miss it. In the pandas level, once again CSV file concept will come into picture. Right now, don't worry about it. If you want to print a complete DF, you can print it. So here I am writing it. The complete data will be printed. So how many ways are there to read my data? How many ways are there to read my data? Non-CSV mechanism with a CSV tabular format, with a CSV dictionary format, you can read it. With a CSV dictionary format, you can read it. Are you following me? So, first of all, be perfect in the dictionary functions so that you can understand everything. So, dict read to, and this is also going to be like this. And you are trying to follow, I think so. Are you able to follow now? Now, I will go to this is a pandas in the further pandas concept you see. CSV reading, this will take a lot of code. But when you come to pandas, it will take how much time? Simple lines of code is written. Just two lines. One line is only exclusively written. It will be something like this. I think you are following me. So now I want to go for how to create a CSV file. So how to read the data? By using CSV.reader example in the form of tabular format, in the form of dictionary format. Now I want to go for what? Writing the data to the CSV file. Write down. Open the notes. Write a write a Python program. Write a Python program. Write a Python program which will read the data, which will write the data, which will write or 1 minute more. Write a Python program which will create a CSV file. 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 That's all. Which will create a CSV file. How to create a CSV file? Now I'm going to start. Now I'm going to start working on it. So how to write a CSV file? Let us move to the further. To create a CSV file, what I need? What I need? CSV, write example, CSV, write example 1.py. To create a CSV file through Python program, what are the things to be done? Program for creating CSV file, CSV file, right? Through coding, what should I do? Hmm? What is that? What is that? Come on, speak out. How to create a CSV file? How to create a CSV file? చదువుకోండి కాన్సెప్ట్ చదువుకోండి. CSV file is one of the text file must be saved on some file name with an extension .csv. Internally, all CSV files are treated as Microsoft Excel separator value. To create a CSV file manually, we went to the text editor. First, we gave what? Column names. Later, we enter the record separated by comma. We saved all. some file name. This is a manual creation. A simple thing, every student, if I'm a student, I will definitely understand to create a CSV file. Definitely, my sir already said CSV file contain two parts, column names, records. Ani. Already said now. What should I take it now? Column names. మీకు ఆ థాట్ రాకపోతే మీరు అసలు ఏముందనేది మీకు తెలియాలి కదా. టేక్ కాలమ్ నేమ్స్, టేక్ కాలమ్ నేమ్స్, టేక్ కాలమ్ నేమ్స్. ఐఎమ్ టేకింగ్ COL names is equal to list because I have already seen that it is a list. What I'm taking now, STNO, STSNO. Next I'm taking here name. Next I'm taking name. Next I'm taking marks. Next I'm taking marks. Next I'm taking college name. Next I'm taking college name. This is called what? List of column names. This is step number one. Step number one. Next is step number two. Step number two. Next thing all records. Records I want. Records is equal to, how do you take records? In the form of list. One record I am taking 100. I am taking something like I will write it. Praveen. Praveen I am writing. Some student name. I am writing Praveen here. Comma, I am writing something like 2.3. And take some college name. Something like XYZ college. This is called one record. Separated by list of values is called one record. One more I want to go for it. One more I want to go for it. What is the next one I am taking? One more student data I am taking. One more student data. It is a 101. It is called Rajesh. It is called Rajesh. It is called something like 3.3. It is called some PQR college. It is called some PQR college. One more record I am taking. That is called 102. 102. Here I am taking Ramesh. Ramesh. Here I am taking 5.3. Now I am going to take it. ABC college. Next I am going to take it. Here I am going to take it. Here I am going to take it. 103. I am going to take it. Raja. There I am going to take it. 4.3 in something like KLM college. Next is called 104. I will take it one more thing. 104. This is my data. Here I am writing. So something like Sachin. I am taking. Something like 1.3. Something like, XAB. These are the things. These are called a list. Each record is called one list. How do you represent properly in Python? How do you represent properly in Python? Anybody else? So, inner list concept, I need to use it. Inner list concept, I need to use it. This inner list concept also discussed it. Comma, this is called a comma. This is called a comma. This is called a comma. Nobody will teach this coding except me. CSV file, nobody will teach except me only. If I don't use this, you will not get all these things. That's why chadukona class lo. You have to read and come. Then only it is good for you. So this is called inner list, inner list, inner list. All of them are called records. Step number 2. So choose the records. Choose the records. Right? We are choosing the records. Done. Column names ready. Records ready. Now I need to go forward. Column names ready. Records ready. What should I do now? What is next? Seva. ఎక్కడ సేవ్ చేస్తారు? Where do you save it? So choose the CSV file. Choose CSV file and open it into write mode. Open it into write mode. Why to create in write mode? To write my data to the CSV file. With open, I'm going to do it. Where I want to create the CSV file? Into my location, which I already mentioned here. E:9 a.m. CSV. In the notes, I want to create it. In this place, I want to create it. Go to this place. Here I am going to write it. Here I am going to write it. This is the one I have. This is the one I am having. This is the one I am having. There I am writing student.csv. Student.csv. There I am writing it. Comma. A I am writing it. A or W. Whatever you like it. As FP. So this is going to be called as what? I am creating the CSV file on this name and I am going to place it FP. Now, how do you write this data to the CSV file? Madhu, here CSV writer object I require. If it is a text IO wrapper, we are using what? Write and write lines. How do you write the data to the file generally? Write and write lines. We'll write the data value by value. How do you write the data all at once? By using dump. We using dump by using. Now I am going to use it. CSV dot writer of FP, which is going to return CSV WR is equal to CSV WR is equal to import CSV. There I am writing it. Here CSV WR is an object of class CSV dot what? Writer of. CSV dot writer of. So I hope you are following me. CSV WR is an object of CSV writer. Now I want to go for about CSV WR is written. CSV WR dot. This is a writer. In this place, up to here you need to tell column names required, records required, need to choose the file. In that file, I need to write the data. Which data to be written first? CSV, student.csv required. This is my data. What is this now? I need to write first column names I need to write. This I need to write it. This is called a single list. And next I need to write what? Group of records I need to write it. Group of records I need to write it. Group of records I need to write it. To write this single list as a data here, I will write it. CSV WR dot CSV WR dot. To write the column names in CSV writer, there is one function called write row. This is my function name. Of what I will write it? Column names I will write it. Column names that will write one list as a data in the CSV file. To write this entire inner list data to the CSV file, we will write it what? Write rows. Write rows of what? Records. Here write row and write rows. These two functions are present in where? CSV WR, which is an object of CSV writer. Not what? This is going to be called what here? Step number 3. Step number 4. This is called step number 4. Step number 4. CSV WR dot write row of what? Column names. This is comes under step number 5. Step number 5. CSV WR dot write rows. Write rows of what? Records. This is called step number 6. Step number 6. Records are capital. So I need to write it. So first thing, import the module, of course, that is number 1. Take the column names, choose the records, open the CSV file and then do this now and create an object of CSV writer. Write the column names, write the records. Simply I will say what? CSV file created, verify. That's all. Execute. The more important. And right now I took it as which data? Fixed data I took it. Fixed data. Actually, I will tell you one more example. How to take the dynamic data. Keyboard నుంచి తీసుకుంటాను. I take the column names also from the keyboard. I will take the list data also from keyboard. Mind blowing example. First మనకి ఇది రావాలి first. First you need to know this. First you need to know about this. Then you can understand further. So here, enter into this place. Try to run. See this. CSV file created. Verify. Go to the place. Here I am going to get it. Here E colon, say 9 a.m. under that files. So not files. CSV file under the notes. Student dot. Microsoft Office comma separated values file. You execute it. This is my data. And this space, not need to worry about it. I never bother about this space. Sir, why? Because you go to the place. Because space something I never bother about it. Because the moment when you write the data, that is going to add writing one record, next new line, next line, new line, writing new line, like that it will come. While I am reading, really when you are going for reading, that will be coming like this. Go to this place now. CSV with what? Pandas you take it. CSV with pandas. What is my data here? Student.csv. Try to run this. I'm getting my student data perfectly. అర్థమవుతుందా? అర్థమవట్లేదా? Right? Now I want to go for name and marks. Name, comma what? Marks. Name and marks. This I will write it in inner list. Name and inner list. I want to go for querying the data also. Querying the data also. So many number of mind blowing. When I teach that pandas numpy, mind blowing. What is happening here? First look at that. What is the data here? Marks. Everything capital letters. Capital letters ఉన్నాయి అక్కడ. Whatever the names you have used it. Name and then marks. This is name and marks. Try to run this. Name and marks, I got it. I want to get the name of the students whose marks is more than 3. I want to get the name of the students whose marks is greater than 3. Greater than 3. I can get that also. How do I get that, sir? How do I get that, sir? Here I am getting df of. These are all these things I am explaining in pandas. Because that part you see in anywhere. Of course, I am not boosting it. 3, more than 3, who is having? I want to find out. This part, I will go for passing it. df of, I am writing this formulas. I will explain, students. Right now, don't worry. Now I am writing it. There I am writing it. Names. I want to print this. See the people who are getting. These are the people who are getting like this. Right? మళ్ళీ మీకు తెలుసో లేదు, మార్క్స్ కూడా కావాలంటే మార్క్స్ కూడా తీసుకొస్తాను. Marks. I'll get the marks also. I'll get those things. Right? Okay. This I will write it in the form of like this. Close. In the form of like that. I'm getting all the marks which are more than 3. M Babu, are you okay? M Babu, Ram Babu, are you okay? So coming to this, less than 3 marks. Less than 3 marks. Less than 3. Coming to this place. You see this now. Less than 3. Getting like this. Are you okay, Babu? These are all called what? Beautiful coding. When I come to further, we'll explain with a project level discussion. This is how to create CSV file, how to get the data, all those things we'll get it. Understood? This is how. Very next example is what? Sir, you have taken fixed data. Can I take the data from keyboard? Yes. I prefer to tell you that only. అది చెప్తే మీకు అర్థం కాదని ఫస్ట్ బిఫోర్ గివింగ్ ఇంజెక్షన్ ఫస్ట్ స్పిరిట్ ఐఎమ్ కీపింగ్. దిస్ ఇస్ సింపుల్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్. Next, I want to write the same data with what? Dictionary data. I want to write to the CSV file. Dictionary data. CSV file. You see, CSV read 1. Employee. With a student I want. With the student I want, of course, I need to change only the file name. 2.py, 2.py. Read one, bring it. Here you will get some spaces between each and everything. You will get some spaces. Here I am writing student.csv. Student.csv. I'm getting the data with blanks and all because I'm already there is a space backslash n import impact. But when you go to the pandas, there was no spacing. Our ultimate goal is that only. We never bother about this. Dict format you want dict. CSV dict is there. Dict read example. This I want in the form of dictionary. I want to read it. In the form of dictionary, I want to read the same student data in the form of dict. Go to this place. What is this now? 2.py. Dict. Dict read 2. Dict read example. Okay. So this is the one already having. Okay. This is a dict. Okay. So 3 I want to go for it. 3. 3 I want to go for it. 3. Dot py. Go to this dict 1. Take this entire data. Dict read example 3. 3.py. There I will write it. Student dot CSV. Try to run this, getting the complete data of everybody in this place. I think you are getting it. Here also, if you want to get marks are more than that, you will get that also. V greater than what? 3. V greater than 3, you will be getting that. You try to run this. You try to run this. What is happening here? Items. V is of each type. V is of each type. Here we are getting it. Not supported between str of it and then int of. So I'm writing here int of. This one I'm writing. So try to run this. It is going to be given invalid literal of 10. What is happening here? So just a minute. I'll print type of k comma type of v. Type of k, type of v. I want to print it. So type of k, type of v. I want to print it. Why it is not coming? That is my questioning. What is this now? Both of them are strs only. All of them are treated as strs only. What I do is, I'll go to my point back. Here I will take it. Here I will take it. Float of v. Try to go for it. Could not convert str to float. So Praveen is going to be, I'm not taking this v. So 1 minute you take care about v only, you print it. V I want to print and then str of v. Take this v and type of v. What will be the values of that? So here, what are the values are coming? This 10 str, 2.3 str, only v you print it. Only v you print it. What will be the answer you see? All values are printing. All values are printing. Okay. So here, these values are taken. That is correct. What it is coming is correct. So here, if you see, this value is coming, right? This value is coming. This Praveen is coming. This is coming. What this value is coming here? This data is coming now. I'm trying to convert into integer. Okay, it can be, but Praveen cannot be converted into what type? Int type. That's the main problem there. So it is a mixed values are there now. That's why it is not coming. So go to the place. What best we can do it is. What best we can do is k comma v. What I do is because I want to do that code. That's all. That is my intention. So this is the value is coming. Here I want to print record. I want to write it. Any of you try to follow me. It is going to give you in the form of like that. It is coming in the form of like that. I want to get that task to be done. That is my intention. What is its type also I want to see. Type I want to see. Type of what I want to see, record. I want to get the task to be done. It is a tuple type. Happy. Now I'm going to take up. Happy. I got the answer now. Record of what? 0. Record of 0. Just to see that. Okay. Again, you are having the problem. So SNO, and next is what? Marks. SNO and then what? Marks. So you will get this problem. So here, getting here, SNO record of 0. Record of 0 is giving you what values, record is giving this data. I want to take it as what, record of that. I want to take up record of this. I want to get it. Third value, I want to get it. Print of record. Because I want to implement the task to this. In this first tuple, it is going to give you a couple of values. In that, I want to get a number, name, marks. Number, name, and marks. If I am writing it as something like marks, what could be the answer? Tuple indices must be integers or this one. Okay. This I will write it of what, 3. 3 I will write it. Tuple is index out of range. So here, because it is having mixed values now, that's why these values are not coming, students. These values are only coming in the case of dictionary level only, not in this level. Through Python code, it is giving a problem here. Anyhow, you try to overlook this part because we have done this example in the pandas level. If you come back, we can have this comparison like this. We can have the comparison like this. This part I will tell you. This is only an experimenting with you people how you can achieve this. So if it is not working, not an issue, and even you are not working, not worrying on it, because what I'm doing, you are not also not understanding. No issue about it. Try to understand what you are already comfortable. This is the data, what you got it. This is the data, what you got it. So, last and final, I will try to attempt it. If V is equal to what? Marks. If V is equal to marks, if V is equal to marks, and V is equal to V greater than 3, V greater than 3, V greater than 3, try to just look at V greater than 3, not satisfied. Float of V of 3, try to see, it is also giving problem here. Okay, not necessary. What I'm trying to do, you are also not understanding. Not necessary to bother about it. Okay, now. So whatever the answer is there, I'm not disturbing you. You also did not understand. Happy. Because I'm trying to do something. What I did with the pandas, this you understood. Happy. What I'm trying to do some R&D, that you don't bother about it. Because you also did not understand. Happies. Sir also did not get it. You also did not understand happies. Okay now. But what I want to tell you, this is what I want to tell you. Marks I want to print 3. Like that I want to do. So that is clear. This is called what? How to write the data to the CSV file. With what function I used it? With what function I used it? Write example. With CSV dot write. CSV dot write. Where is that write? Here, write. This I took it as a column names. I took it as a list of records and I did. Next class, when I come back, we will do it what? How to write the list of dictionaries, I will write it. Dynamically creating CSV file also, next class I will tell you. Dynamic through list in list, dynamic through dictionary, fixed dictionary. Still, I will take in the next class also, which concept I'll continue. So up to today, I said what? Reader, writer, partially. Dicta reader, reading is very simple. Still, that will be continued. This part will be continued still on Monday. This how this part I did not start. This I will go for dynamically write, dynamically dicta write. Monday class is little different. Prepare and come to the class so that you can understand what I'm talking. So when you go to some extremes, you need to prepare well, and if you come, you can follow. Otherwise, you have to see what Char is doing something. Hmm? So prepare and come to the class so that you will follow something. So I'll stop the class. So today is a Saturday. You also enjoy something outside. So now it is at 10:37. I'll stop the class. Monday class, don't miss it. Monday new batch is started. 7 a.m. Any friends are there? Tell them. Right? Thank you. Carry on. Online students, if any doubts are there, you hold on. Online students, any more doubts you have?